'Cause I got feet in low places where my balls are kept, and the key for chase is my goals away. Welcome back, Slapnuts. How y'all doing? It's a Footy Fetish Show. Because we're the footy soccer, and sometimes I have one of them little southern twangs, some Garth Brooks, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back. Ocho, what are we talking about, baby?
Yeah, back on the mic with that southern twang. Mike Daddy, how you doing, Mike Daddy?
Chop my legs off and call me Shorty. Have myself a night.
Man, I tell you what, man, I've been watching me a lot of Ted Lasso lately, and he really drives home that southern twang that's so stereotypical of that American accent. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have mine like goldfish.
Oh man, you gotta think like goldfish. Think like goldfish, fellas. Don't forget to believe, fellas. Oh man, that is such a great TV show. That is so fucking amazing. I'm watching for the second time, just like I'm gonna do this a third time. I just feel so good, you know.
They went to a couple of these games that we're about to go over.
They did. That's right.
Which one was it? They were they actually, dude. They were partying all weekend, man. They went to the ladies, the USA England game.
Don't know.
I think they went to the London game, NFL game last week as well.
They did. That's right. The Bears.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, they've been on a roll, man. Ted's been busy.
Fun, yeah.
He's having that mind like a goldfish, man.
Yes, sir. We're back with Champions League. This is Match Day 3 review. We're going to go through all of the Match Day 3 games that have happened. It's Sunday, so we're kind of behind, but we're just going to go through quickly. Shout out all the scores, give you all the top players, the top goal scorers. For the most part, Booty, would you say that this was a pretty predictable match day?
Yeah, we had a bunch of them, including the very first one that you got in front of you here. We called it, though. We did get the over, the 3.5. But, yeah, there was a lot of games kind of like this one we saw coming in, it wasn't from left field or anything. It was straight in front of you, baby, like a freight train coming right at you. So, Bayern 5-0, Victoria Pleasant. We did see this one getting out of hand.
We did.
Yeah. So, tell them all about it, Hugh. What you got?
This is 5-0. Just first start off with Sadio Mane with the man of the match with a perfect 10. He had a goal and assist. Sane had 2 goals. Gnabry had 1 goal. Musiala had an assist. And Goretzka had 2 assists. They had just a fucking field day. We had 21 shots for Bayern, 10 for Pleasant, with 70% possession to 30. I didn't get a chance to watch this one, but I remember in the last episode I said that this could either lead to a tie or it would be an easy Bayern win, depending on who's playing, and it looks like they didn't skip a beat. Gravenberch got the start over Kimmich. Mazraoui got the start over Pavard. And our boy Kiss and Tell also got some minutes. So, classic Bayern win. Nothing really to talk about here. Moving on. We've got Marseille versus Sporting. This is a 4-1 win to Marseille. I believe we picked this one to go down in this manner. Marseille have just been getting kind of unlucky lately in these Champions League games. The first one they either lost or drew to Tottenham. And then that last one, unfortunately, to Eintracht Frankfurt, I believe, was a draw. So it was good to see them to get a dub and to get one very convincingly. Alexis Sanchez getting on the score sheet with Harit being the man of the match with an 8.8. Amini Harit. As well as their 2 outside center backs, Balerdi and Mbemba, both with goals. This was a really fun one, 4-1. Possession was even. Shots were 20-6 in Marseille's favor. Booty, why don't you get these next 2 games for me?
Got you, boo. This one was a little shocking. We had Eintracht Frankfurt and Tottenham, a 0-0 snooze fest. We did not see that one coming. I really thought Conte was going to fire the boys up and they were going to go home with the win, but and Frankfurt just coming off of Sporting, beating them down. You really thought Tottenham was going to do something here, but dropped the ball for the second game in a row. Harry Kane, got to be better. 6.4 rating by who scored on this match. So it's got to be better, man. And, man, I mean, a lot of times this is my thing with Son. I always feel like this is one of those games like when they could have put themselves over the top, separated themselves from the group a little bit, got back on track, let people know, hey, even though we lost to Sporting, we're still Tottenham. I really thought Son was going to step up in this one. I thought we were going to see a couple goals from him. Didn't happen.
I was also expecting Richarlison to step up. He had his first goals a couple, I think the first match day, and it was kind of his, first time in Champions League to really put himself on the map. And then you're looking at Eintracht Frankfurt, who, they're not a slouch team, but I mean, this is a team that he should easily be putting goals in the back of the net. Makes you wonder, do they really miss Dejan Kulusevski as far as a playmaker and someone that can create chances for himself and teammates? He's been injured for quite a while, and Tottenham have been struggling. They lost to Arsenal during the week. They come here, they tie Frankfurt. I don't know what the result was over the weekend. I can quickly pull that up if you hang tight. Woody, do you happen to remember how they did this weekend?
No, but I mean,
there we go.
You hit the nail on the head with Frankfurt too. We're talking about a team who's been super up and down in domestic leagues and in Champions League. So really was expecting to win that win from Tottenham. I really thought this was a team they could have finally got back on the track with, but no, who was it, man? Pull it up. You pulled it up?
It's right here. Yeah, they beat Brighton 1-0.
Okay.
And you're like, well, all right.
Yeah.
Another one you expected. Yeah, you expected that one to be kind of convincing. I mean, right. Brighton's no slouch either. I'd put Brighton near Eintracht Frankfurt, but I mean, Tottenham's got the firepower. You got Kane, you got Son, you got Richarlison, you got a really good midfield behind them.
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
Might be time to check underneath the hood and see if there's anything they need to straighten out. But this one was a shocking 0-0 draw.
He's going to lift the hood. He's going to be like, I thought I smelled feet. Moving on. Inter and Barcelona. I would say this was the match of match day 3. Beforehand, this is the one I think everybody was looking forward to. Most firepower, I would say. Inter walking away with a 1-0 victory. Inter really needed it, as both you and I know with Serie, the way they've been looking at Serie A, the way they've been looking at Champions League. They really needed something to wake them up. So impressive win on their end. Didn't see this one coming. I really thought Barcelona was gonna keep pounding them and not look back, man. But hell of a W from Inter. What you got on this one, man?
Classic Italian soccer. Classic calcio. Barcelona dominating possession, 72-28.
Yes.
Inter get 1 goal. If you go back, if you play this, I'm pretty sure I shouted out, all Inter need to do is get 1 goal and they can win this game. And they fucking did it. Now, I will say there was a very questionable handball that made you wonder, what the fuck is VAR? What is the point of VAR if you don't call a handball as obvious as that? Xavi had some words to say. The referee should have to should have to have an explanation as to why they made the call or chose not to make the call. This could have easily gone 1-1, depending on the PK, of course, Barcelona. But this, like you said, man, this is a very good win for Inter. They are back in the hunt. And I got to give a shout out to Pretty Boy Parker, who at the very beginning of Champions League, his prediction was Barcelona would be in Europa. And it's fucking looking that way. I tell you what. It
is shaping up that way.
So another interesting thing to point out is Inter were able to pull this off without Brozovic. De Vrij did start. That was a question mark that I was curious with heading into this game. The probable lineup had what's his name? That dude from Lazio, Acerbi. They had him in. He did sub in, but this back line looked very strong, despite Barcelona having 73% here. So, just to reiterate what you said, Booty, like, what a win by Inter. We're gonna review this the groups and where everybody ranks at the end of this particular day's games. But for now, Inter are in the hunt, and we will catch up where they are in the group. Next up, we got Ajax Napoli. Napoli came to Amsterdam, grabbed a few joints, and smacked that ass 6-1. Woo! 6-1, bro, in your home stadium. God damn. Embarrassing, bro. That's fucking embarrassing. You know it's kind of sad is Ajax scored the first goal in 9 minutes and gave everybody in that stadium hope right away. First 10 minutes, like, oh yeah, we got this. Woo! Nope. 6 goals later, you lose, bro. Oh my God. Sheesh. Shout out to our boy, Raspadori, man of the match with a 9-5, 2 goals, 1 assist. He's that dude. This dude, he is that dude. Like Scamacca, who? This guy might be the starting striker for Italy moving forward. This man is on fire. Also got a shout out. I don't know if you've been seeing this, Booty, but this guy, Kvaratskhelia, they've been calling him Kvaradona. After
I have not heard about this.
Yeah, they absolutely love this guy in Napoli. They basically donned him the next Maradona for them.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's pretty serious talk.
Yeah, it's like
Napoli. Oh. Damn.
So the Napoli fan base, his name is Kavicha, so they've just named him Kvaradona or Maradona, Caradona or something like that. But it's like an ode to Maradona. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You love to see it. This game had a red card. It was in the 73rd. At this point, the game was already 5-1. So, this game was over. One thing I got to point out with Napoli, dude. They're down. They lose Insigne. They lose Mertens. Osimhen injured. So their front three from last year, completely different. They get this dude Anguissa, Beast, Lobotka, Zielinski. These are players that if you don't really follow soccer, you're like, they're not that good. No, they're really fucking good. They're going to get Napoli to the top of the group and into the knockout. No problem. Also got to give a shout out to this back line. Min Jae, new player. Who the fuck is this? I don't know. He's doing great. Napoli. Napoli's is first place in Serie A. No one predicted this. No one predicted this. Unless you're just a diehard Napoli fan. I mean, this is
great point, man. It's a great point. How do you lose Insigne and Mertens is in Insigne, and you now are scoring more goals? Like, how does that averaging more goals a game now?
Shout out to the coach, man, Luciano Spalletti.
And where's Osimhen? Was he hurt?
Yeah, Osimhen's out. He's
okay.
Injured.
Yep. I thought so. Man, 6-1. Ajax prom night ending early with no sex for you after that first goal. 6-1, man. Woo! Didn't see that one coming.
Did not. I did predict Napoli would come in and win, but I did not expect it to be this bad. Woof.
I do remember you picking Napoli. You do get the credit on that. You may buy a Ferrari.
I think we both get Ferraris here, buddy. I think we both were like Napoli's going to go in because we follow Serie A. We just know they're a dominant team right now. Ajax is just
goals. Yeah,
they're scoring goals.
That's it. Like that's what it is. Oh, okay. Score goals. Got it. We got 6 of them.
Let in one. Who cares? We'll score 6.
Right, man.
They gave up the first goal in 10 minutes and then proceeded to score 6 unanswered. Like what? What?
They went touchdown on them.
My goodness, seriously. All right, moving over to the other half of this group, we've got Liverpool Rangers. Liverpool were able to pull out a 2-0 win over the Rangers. Goals by Trent Alexander-Arnold, beautiful free kick, and a PK by Mohamed Salah. Liverpool, though, just lost to Arsenal today, 3-2. They're not looking good. This Liverpool could potentially be in Europa as well. Ajax are not a team to be forgotten. You know, they've only lost one game. They've tied Liverpool and they only lost to the Napoli. This could go, Liverpool could be in Europa at the end of this if they don't straighten up. Were you able to watch this at all?
No, but I can tell you something that's interesting about what you were just saying. Let's not forget the revenge game, which, by the way, the last one should have been a draw between Liverpool and Ajax. Ajax kind of that one goal that went in at the end, Liverpool 90, I think it's 88th minute,
Right.
Barely went in. So you got to think about that. But the thing is, that was back at Anfield. This revenge game will be in Amsterdam. They will be needing to avenge this pathetic loss that we were just talking about. So they're going to be fired up. I think, like you said, dude, they can't be sleeping on them. Man, this whole squad this year is just, I used to always say I thought Mane was their key piece, man, but I didn't think it'd be this serious. And Trent, TAA, man, he always looks great. My problem is, though, man, with him, if I have to close my eyes and pick defenders, he's not going to be in that list.
No.
To me, he might as well just be a winger. I mean, I'm not, I know folks are going to hate that, but I mean, I know my man's made some plays before, but if it comes down to one-on-ones on that wing and I'm asking you to shut down that whole wing, he's not going to be the first dude I'm asking to do that. It's just too forward-minded for me whenever I do watch him. Perfect example, he has the goal and the man of the match here. But you're looking at a Rangers team, I would need to see you, shut down, somebody like Martinelli today. Didn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Klopp did try to defend Trent Arnold-Alexander by saying, the scheme that I choose, the positions and the roles that I ask my players to do, make my outside backs look like they cannot defend. He's like, but Trent can defend. And then sure enough, later there was a one-on-one in the box where Trent gets embarrassed, and you're like, hey, man, like, I know you're trying to defend the guy, but he's not helping you out. Also, I think it's funny that right when everyone's starting to criticize Trent's defense, he scores a free kick and everybody's like, oh, he's back. It's like, what? He scored a goal. He didn't stop anybody. We're talking about his defense, not if he could score goals. Like,
his job is to stop players from scoring.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't seem to understand that.
No.
His priorities aren't there. Let's put it that way.
I think he will turn it around because the World Cup's coming around, and this is probably the most competitive position for England. And we'll get into who I think is the starter, or at least should be the starter for England. We'll get into that for Wednesday's games. But for now, Liverpool, man, shaking my head. They got to figure it out. They don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
It shows. Moving on over. This is Group B. These are the final two games of Tuesday. Booty, why don't you break this one down for us?
This was a small shocker. I mean, we knew Porto could come out and ball, but a 2-0 win against Leverkusen. I actually picked Leverkusen on this one. So Porto has been shutting me up. I believe, was it? No. I was going to say, I thought Porto had some suspensions this match. Did they not?
No, doesn't look like.
No. Okay. But no, I didn't see this one coming at all. I mean, Porto's been, if you really think about it, Porto has been showing up the last 2 years in this competition. Go back 2 years ago, they knock out Juve in the round of 16.
Wow.
So, I mean, they're here. They're that team that you're just going to count out all the time, and we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, what's interesting is we had talked about this in the Portuguese league. They have not been the sharpest. They have not been the most consistent. Yeah. I believe they won the Portuguese league last year. So you're expecting them to have this dominant form, and they just really haven't. And it makes you wonder if it's because of all the player sales. Got to give a shout out to Diogo Costa, the under-23 Portuguese national goalkeeper. I believe he had a PK save and a clean sheet. And had the man of the match rating. So shout out to him, Taremi with 2 assists, and then Galeno and Sanusi with the goals. This is a 2-0 win. I believe, and help me out here, Booty, I believe Leverkusen just hired Xabi Alonso.
Oh. I did not hear about that. That's hot.
I'm pretty sure he played his first game today. And they look great.
Well, damn.
Moussa Diaby. There we go. Bayern Leverkusen, 4-0 over Schalke. Xabi Alonso enjoys his winning start as manager.
Whoa.
So, moving forward.
That's interesting, dude. I did not know that.
Things are going to be different at Leverkusen. Right here, we're seeing them in a 4-2-3-1. I'm curious to see if Xabi with a B, Xabi Alonso, kept it the same. Did he move it around? They won 4-0. So it makes you wonder. Hang on there, folks. Who scored slut here? Checking in, clicking around. Look at that. Different formation. A 3-4-3. Wow.
Xabi Alonso, baby. That's what's up.
Okay, so moving forward, this is a team that's scary. They got here. They got to the championship. I mean, the Champions League, because they have good players. They're a good squad. Xabi Alonso was an elite midfielder. Won Champions League with Real Madrid, did really well with Liverpool, then went to Bayern with Pep. He's a Pep disciple. And now he's in the Bundesliga.
World Cup winner.
And he's a World Cup winner.
He's got it.
He's got them all, dude. Man. Just check the boxes. And Booty, you and I talk about this all the time. I absolutely love these player managers because what winds up happening is the respect from the players is instantaneous. Yep. Xabi Alonso, the first step he takes on that grass, the amount of respect from all the players is elevated max. It's maxed out. There's nothing that he needs to say to earn their respect. It's instantaneous. So if you sit there and you argue with him, you look like an ass to the rest of the team. Who are you, bro? Have you won a Champions League? Have you won a World Cup? Have you been successful in Champions League? Shut the fuck up. Listen to the man, you know?
That's right.
I love this, dude. This is fun. So players to look out for. Moussa Diaby had a fucking hell of a game over the weekend. 1 goal, 2 assists. His outside back behind him, Frimpong. Keep an eye on this guy moving forward, especially for fantasy. Now that they have him in a 3-4-3 and he's playing an outside wing back, this guy is someone to look out for. He will now be given that freedom to be flying forward with Diaby on this outside right. This is exciting. This is soundbite worthy right here. This is get a headliner of this because this is going to get fun, bro.
Chop it up, baby.
Chop it up. We got one more game over here. We got Club Brugge versus Atletico. A shocker. Club Brugge, top of the table, 2-0 over Atletico. Shaking my head. Kamal Sola and Jutgla with the 2 goals. Club Brugge are overachieving 100% right now. I have nothing else to say. I would love to watch these guys. I did not get to watch this game. This is one that was like bottom of my list just because, you know, you expect Atletico to park the bus, but it looks like they played head up and yikes. Quickly, let's go over these groups from Tuesday. Group A, we've got Napoli in first place with 3 wins, 9 points. Liverpool in second with 6, and Ajax in third with 3. Oh, wait. I was wrong. Liverpool beat Ajax, not Liverpool tied Ajax. That was a mistake by me. I think you had corrected me on that. Thank you for that. So Ajax are in third, looking like they're in Europa, but anything's possible with the shaky Liverpool team. Booty, why don't you help us out in Group B?
Man, Group B, we're looking at Club Brugge on top, baby. Club Brugge on top. What? They partying. 3 wins in 3 games. Or actually, no, wait. Is it 3 wins? No, it's 3 wins and then a draw, right?
3 wins.
Yeah. 3 wins, baby. 3 wins, 3. Yeah, getting it done, Club Brugge, baby. Oh, man. So they're up top. We got Bayern Leverkusen, second place. We got 1 win, 2 losses for a grand total of how many points was that?
Just 3. 1 times 3.
Baby. Just one. Yeah. The 1 win. FC Porto, same sitch, in third place. Boy, oh boy. And then we got Atletico Madrid in fourth. Yikes.
Insane.
1 win, 2 losses. It's not going to get you out of the group. Might get you sent down to Europa, too. We're going to find out. Simeone got to hold the nuts. Time to take him out.
Oh, my God.
Now's the time.
We are moving over to Group C. This is Bayern Munich topping the group with 9. We've got Inter in second with 6. Barcelona in third with 3. Oh, my goodness. These next 3 games are going to be pivotal for this group. I'm very excited to see how this goes. And, Booty, if I had my notebook nearby, I would love to check where we all stand as far as the rankings go. Would you mind holding on? I could get this for us.
Do it.
I want to talk to the lovely people while I get this binder.
This message is brought to you by Balls and Feet, where a foot meets a ball. Back to you, Ocho. He won't even.
I have no idea what you just said, but I agree.
It was a one-on-one situation. We're just dirty talking, me and the audience.
All right, here we go. 3.
Secret.
Group C. 3. Booty, you've got Bayern, Barcelona, Inter.
Ooh.
Yikes. I've got Barcelona, Bayern, Inter. So, woof.
Yeah.
Yeesh. But anything's possible in these next 3 groups. Booty, I don't know if you remember 2019 when we first started the Footy Fetish show. There was that Atalanta miracle. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Last place. And then those last 2 games somehow turned it around to get to the knockout stages. What a fucking prediction, man.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible in these last 3. Just quickly going over our Group B. Booty has Atleti, Porto, Leverkusen.
Oh, gross.
This is rough. I've also got Atleti, Porto, and Leverkusen. You just never know. So right now we're doing pretty poor, but we'll hang in there. Group A, Booty had Liverpool, Napoli, Ajax. Hugh had Liverpool, Ajax, Napoli. Here we go.
Boom! It's on. Getting a divorce from Group B though.
Group D, Sporting in first place with 6. Tottenham tied for second with Eintracht Frankfurt with 4. And Marseille in last place with 3. That is a very tight group. These next 3 games are going to be pivotal for all of these teams. Let's move on over to the Wednesday games. It's match day 3. Booty, do you want to start us off?
Let's do it. So Wednesday, that first one, it was one we kind of saw coming.
Yes, we did.
RB Leipzig, Celtic. It is interesting to point out, though, our boy yet again, Nkunku, yet again, first man on the score sheet in this one. He didn't get man of the match, but pretty damn close. 8.3 rating on who scored. But poor Celtic, as we said, I think it's almost there for them, but not this year. I think it's back to Europa for them. But they're getting close, man. They're getting better. It's good to see. They're starting to remind me of those old Celtic teams. Maybe they can maybe surprise us. Maybe next year. I don't think this is going to be the year though. RB Leipzig putting it down, taking them down to Funky Town. 3-1. Saw this one. You got anything else to add on this one?
Just want to add Andre Silva here. This is the Portuguese striker that Ronaldo has always spoken highly of, saying, I remember one quote saying, as long as Andre Silva is still playing for the Portuguese national team, they will still be all right. He used to be an ex-Milan player, and we sold him to Eintracht Frankfurt, and then RB Leipzig went and scooped him up. And he has been having himself a really good season over at RB Leipzig this year. So just got to give him a little quick shout out. The ex-Rossoneri having a really great Champions League. Moving on over, we have got, let's try and find the other half of that group. Is it Benfica? Who's on the other half of RB Leipzig? Let's see. RB Leipzig.
Tell me how RB.
I can't read right now. Oh, it's Shakhtar. It's our favorite. Real Madrid versus Shakhtar Donetsk. This one, again, kind of predictable. Shout out to the 2 Brazilians, Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr., getting the job done. 2 goals. Rodrigo with a goal and an assist. and Vinicius with a goal very early on, first 28 minutes. And Shakhtar coming back with their own goal in the 39th, trying to make this game interesting. But Real Madrid, they just keep plugging and chugging. It's incredible what they're able to do. They've only not won one game this year, and it was a tie. Everything else has been wins. So, very predictable, or not predictable, but everything you expect them to do, they're doing. And they're a fun team to watch. You got anything you want to add about Real Madrid and Shakhtar?
Second game in a row. Shakhtar really has an opportunity to either take a win or a draw, and not putting away the chances. This was a very shaky Real win. Notice all the scoring was done after 40 minutes, but Shakhtar, beyond that, the second half, they had tons of options, pressing high, could not get it done. You kind of felt Real was on their heels for a little bit, and that was, you got to seize those opportunities we always talk about. If you're not going to seize them, go back to Europa. So, second game in a row, they had a chance. It wasn't like they're not in these games. But if you ain't going to finish them chances, you got to get the fuck on out of here. So.
Yep. Champions League does not reward 0 goals scored. You got to put at least one in the back of the net. Ask Inter Milan. Moving on over, we've got Group E here. This is RB Salzburg versus Dynamo Zagreb. This is kind of a toss-up for me. I would have given the tilt to the home squad, RB Salzburg, who won 1-0 over Dynamo Zagreb. Shout out to Dedic, the right back, as well as Okafor. Okafor is going to be the player on everybody's mouths during the transfer market. He's been linked with a lot of teams. He scored against AC Milan. He scored against Chelsea. This guy is one to watch moving forward. He did score a PK, but he is a very fun player to watch. And now we get to move on to the other Battle of Titans on match day 3. This is Chelsea and AC Milan. Chelsea dominating AC Milan. I hate to say it. 3-0. This was for me, this was more Milan's mistakes rather than Chelsea's successes. Milan had a really poor defense. We're missing quite a few stars, starting goalkeeper, starting right back, starting left back. And it really showed, especially against a Champions League caliber team that Chelsea is. They were still wearing the Champions League winner crest, man. It hit me as I was watching the game. The latest team of a domestic league to win Champions League gets to just boast that they're the Champions League's winners. Because it's 2 years ago. I don't know how they can still rep the same Champions League. It's 2 years ago. Why do you get to wear that badge when last year Real Madrid won it? Right. I rationalized it's because they're the only team in they're the latest team in the EPL to win it. So it's just something to remember, like they just won the Champions League 2 years ago. This is a quality side. So I was really impressed with AC Milan up until that first goal, which was just a really scrappy, kind of like schoolyard goal where the ball just starts bouncing around. Booty, got to give credit to you here. You hit the nail on the head. Thiago Silva was practically unmarked on these corner kicks and was the one that kind of created this goal moving forward. Not to mention he shut down Giroud. Giroud had no success going forward. And then, of course, got to shout out the man of the match here, Reece James, who, as I mentioned earlier, competing right backs for England. This is your boy right here.
Right.
If Southgate does not start Reece James, I mean, like, you're asking for it, dude. He's the best right back in the world right now. There's not even a doubt in my mind. There's just no one better. Dude had a fucking field day against us. Scored a beautiful goal. Also had an assist. I mean, 8-9. Reece James, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Woo!
Mr. Reese's Pieces. Man, that's all I got. We can put that one to sleep, but I do like that little shout out to him for the national team. Man, with England, it always seems like that is their problem, isn't it? It's just a team full of superstars. Which one do you put in? Which one do you bench? And then on top of it, they all pretty much care about playing for their club more than they do for their country. So, for the most part anyway. At least that's how it used to be back in the day.
Yep.
You want to try and get those tricks from that guy that you're going to be playing 3 times this year. For your money that you need to pay the bills. You're gonna try and get in Reece James' ear if you're a teammate of his, and you got to play him next Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all I got for you, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I just want
next time it'll be a different result. AC Milan, of course, all the injuries. I think it'd be a much closer game once AC gets back to full health. Though.
Definitely. One other thing I got to shout out, and I'm kind of embarrassed I didn't, is Rafael Leao, who had an amazing game and actually was making Reece James work on defense whenever they were going head to head. Actually did so well against Fofana that he injured Fofana and had him get out the game, had him step out the game to get treatment. If we score a goal at the end of the first half, I think this game changes dramatically, and it might not have been as bad as it was. We let the game just get out of control, and the snowball effect kind of took over. Moving forward, we will have Teo Hernandez down that left side, and I believe that AC Milan with Teo and Leao have the best left side in Europe as far as attack. So James is going to have his hands full if Leao and Teo are out there on the left side and in form and clicking, and they have that chemistry. I hate to bring this up, but we did just beat Juventus. AC Milan beat Juventus 2-0, and Teo Hernandez looked pretty good. He looked like he was ready for the Champions League, and we are certainly going to need him come Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure what day we play, but this group, man, this group is this win for Chelsea made this group very tight, very, very tight race here. But we will get through those group rankings in a second. Booty, why don't you tell us about this game?
Yes, sir. Juve picking up the much-needed win. Like we said in the last episode, if they did not get this win, you could pretty much it was almost impossible for them to come back at this point. Against Maccabi Haifa, a 3-1. This one, Juve went up 2-0, held that lead for a while, but then second half, Maccabi gets one back, but then immediately, boy, Rabiot, who had a fantastic day with 2, he had a brace. 83rd minute, he puts this game away, 3-1 icing on the cake. Other thing to point out about this one, our boy Rabiot, but also our boy Di Maria made it back. This is his first game back in a while for him. 3 assists, all 3 those goals. My man is setting up like he owns them. So, good to see them get the much-needed win at home. Vlahovic had himself a nice day. He had a couple chances he should have put away. He had a couple of chances, just those beautiful, balls where he'll aim for that corner. You've seen him do it a million times. Not even looking. He'll keep it low, aim it to the corners. But I had to give credit to Maccabi Haifa's keeper. Great game. Had a bunch of crucial saves, but you can only bend so much, obviously, with Juve coming at you. Did you get to catch this one at all? No.
I didn't. I did see though that Di Maria had himself a hell of a game with 3 assists. I think he's heading up the charts as far as all-time Champions League assist leader. I think he's like up there in like top 3, top 5, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and look at that, but this game definitely cemented him as one of the best assisters in the Champions League with those 3 here. And then, of course, shout out to Rabiot, who we kind of forgot about with Juventus, and he started and just, he was given chances. He put them away like he should. So keep an eye on him. He's not one of these players that you expect to get a goal, let alone 2 goals.
Right.
So, I will say the AC Juventus game over the weekend, he looked really good. I was really impressed with his composure on the ball, his decision-making. It looks like he's playing further back in the formation to kind of control the ball as it goes from defense to midfield to forward. He's one of those players that's just kind of like a relief player / a volante, as they say in Brazil, or like a pivot. So really impressed. McKinney, What was your impression of McKinney in this game, Booty? Did you get to see him?
Not very involved. Well, you know something, man. The more I think about it, I wouldn't say what involved, but I feel like there's a lot of. I feel like he's not going for many chances the way he used to. I felt like he was much more aggressive last year before, I would say. I just felt like he was taking a lot more chances, and now I feel like he's just creating a lot more. I wish, as much as I love to see him create, I'd really love to see him take a couple more chances, man. But they haven't really been there this year for him. Going back to Rabiot too, man, I also feel like he's just one of those guys, he'll have a game or two a month or so, and then he kind of slips back. Like you said, you forget about him for a minute, he kind of slips back into the darkness for a little bit, and he comes out. He's a very up and down guy. But when he's on, this is what you get. I don't know if you remember the AC Milan game a couple of years ago where he had that screamer to start the game, and everybody, Juve really thought they had that one, and of course, Ibra brought him back. But yeah, McKinney, to me, it's just, he's had an injury here or there as well this year, but it hasn't seemed like he's as aggressive. I'm not saying he's not, it just doesn't seem that way.
Do you think that's a case of Allegri kind of pulling him back, or do you think that's his mentality as a player?
It's tough to say because I do feel like it's more of what Allegri's trying to do right now. I feel like he's trying to have Locatelli be more of the creator than McKinney. And then there's a lot of times this season I've thought that maybe McKinney should get the start when he had. So you're that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that way. He seems to always find a spot for Locatelli and a lot of times for Rabiot when you don't expect it. But the way that he spoke of McKinney to start this year, remember, and all the rumors swirling left and right about him going to Tottenham, him going here or there, Man United, and every single time Allegri had beat down those rumors immediately, you would have thought this man would be starting every match for him. So it's just really weird to me. I don't know.
That is very strange. One thing I need to point out here is that Maccabi Haifa hit the frame of the goal twice. And being as that Juve won 3-1, that seems like it could have easily been a 3-3 game here. So,
yep.
Something to point out here. I can tell you, Juve didn't look as strong against Milan when we played. I was not as impressed as usual. I thought it was they didn't look as strong. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Allegri's style of play, but this is going to be a difficult group here because PSG. Let's just segue on over. PSG and Benfica tied here with a 1-1 draw. Lionel Messi had a beautiful goal with Neymar. I don't know if you got to see that exchange of passes. It was Mbappe to Neymar to Messi. Boom, goal. It was just chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful passing patterns and a glorious Messi finish. Just typical left foot. Just curled it around. Oh, man, it's so beautiful. And unfortunately, Benfica got a goal off of a Danilo own goal. So shout out to Benfica here, keeping this PSG team to only one goal in the attack here. Very impressive here. And this totally shakes up this group now. But were you able to watch this one at all, Booty?
I did not, man. But this score, number one, man, it's one thing for us to not call it, but damn, a draw out of this one. I did not see that coming at all. I at least thought, maybe Benfica would pull away with the win if we were going to be completely wrong. There'd be a lot more goals scored in this one. But instead, we get shut the fuck up. And it seems to be the case with PSG lately, if you ask me. They always have that one game here or there that you're just like, man, for you guys to claim to be as dominant, as you think you are, as much money as they're paying, you just assume this has got to be a win for them. And I just feel that way, with Champions League the last few years with them. That big game where they're really, finally going to do it, they just don't. So this could be one of those ones that they look back on and they kick themselves for. Didn't see this one coming.
Agreed. One game I did see coming was Man City Copenhagen 5-0. 5-0. Guess who got on the score sheet for Man City? You guessed it, Haaland with 2. Mahrez, though, with the man of the match, had a PK goal and an assist, and Alvarez as well with a goal. Not much to really say here. Man City dominated 75 to 25% possession and 30 shots to 2. Man City. Wow. What a team. If they don't win Champions League this year, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what our group message does if this team does not win Champions League. But if we think about it, Haaland, who is the most difficult opponent that he has played this year? Dortmund?
Yeah.
Okay. Liverpool? Guess what? Liverpool. They fucking suck this year.
Yep.
I mean, this is, I don't know, I have to keep my mouth quiet. I'm trying to keep my temper because I keep wanting to see if Haaland can do it against a elite team. We haven't seen Man City Arsenal yet. I wouldn't consider Arsenal elite team, but I need to see Haaland do it against a badass team. That's what I need. I still haven't seen that yet. Haven't seen it. That's all I'm saying. And guess what? Was Man City dominant without Haaland? Yeah. Did Man City win the EPL without Haaland? Yeah. So does it really matter if Haaland's on the team or not? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. He's just there to knock the goals in that they've been creating. They needed somebody to just knock in a few more goals. They don't need Haaland to win these games. They need Haaland to challenge in the box. I do think he is that last piece. It's gonna, like I said, I need to see him against Real Madrid. I need to see him against the Bayern Munichs. You know, I need to see him. I mean, I even want to see him against Barcelona. Like, show me. You know what? Fuck it. Do it against Inter. Do it against a fucking good Italian defensive side. And then I'll start going, okay, Haaland, clap it up, baby. Good job, man. But until then, you barely got a goal against Dortmund. Do you remember that goal? The karate kicking goal?
Yes.
That was I mean, look how close you had to get to knock that goal in, right? I hate to, you know, be on the negative side of Haaland here because the dude's a fucking machine. He's a cheat code against these lower level teams. They just can't handle him. But let's see some good center backs. Let's see Alba. Let's see Militao, right? Let's see Rudiger against Haaland. Let's see how he does.
Right.
All right. I'm off my soapbox. Moving on.
What else we got? Moving on.
We got Borussia Dortmund against Sevilla. This is a 4-1 win for Borussia Dortmund. Jude Bellingham, man of the match. Don't even have to look. Yep, 9-1, goal and assist. This man, he's going to be the best midfielder of this generation. I said it last year around this time. This kid has just got it all. He's got the technique. He's got the soccer IQ. He's got the leadership. He can play any midfield position. Kid's just special. He's got it. I don't know what else to say. Hopefully Dortmund don't let him go for a couple of bucks. He's worth every penny.
Right.
Whoever decides to get him. It's that's all I got. What you got here?
We saw this one coming because, you know, Sevilla, it's about that time. Sevilla they're about to miss their flight back to Europa. So we saw this one coming, but we just didn't see the score line coming, man.
Right.
Impressive. You know, Sevilla's not known for giving up 4 goals. I mean, it's been a minute. So I think Dortmund came in, did his work, did his job. Like you said, Bellingham just you can see it peaking, man. You can see it happening right now. So Dortmund's about to be richer than PSG off of, 3 players?
Yep. You know what? I remember we talked about this. We were nervous about Royce not being in this game. Subbing Bellingham.
No problem. Right.
No problem.
No problem.
Also, I got to point out, Rafael Guerreiro had a fucking screamer. I don't know if you got to watch this. Jude played him a ball, one touch, left foot, backside of the goal. Oh, love those. Love those goals so much. My goodness, what a goal. What a banger. All right. That'll do it for our Match Day 3 Champions League. Let's just quickly go over these groups. We've got let's go Group E. Salzburg in first place with 5. Chelsea in second, tied with Milan for second with 4. Dynamo Zagreb creeping with 3. This is a tight group. 5, 4, 4, and 3. This is a very, very tight group. Moving over to Group F. Real Madrid with all 3 wins, 9 points. Shakhtar Donetsk with a win and a draw, 4 points. RB Leipzig in third place with 3. And Celtic in last place with 1. Yeesh. Good luck next year.
How sweet it is to get Group F'd by you.
Moody, break down Group G for us. What we got in Group G?
Group G, baby. We got Manchester City up top, 9 points, 3 games, 3 wins. Hey, this is what they do. Dortmund right behind them, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 City. With 6 points. Sevilla, like we said, man, they got some work to do. Only 1 point. No wins yet. 1 draw, 2 losses. They got some serious work to do. Copenhagen, rounding it out, last place. Same deal. 1 draw, 2 losses in 3 games. 1 point you get for that. So.
We got one more group. Round us out with Group H here.
Let's do it, baby. Group H, PSG in first. 2 wins, 1 draw. That draw, of course, we just talked about with Benfica, who's in second. Then we got Juve. They're creeping back in. They're trying to do it, but they're going to have to beat one of those top 2, I think, to really get through that next round. They're sitting with 3 points, 1 win, 2 losses. And then Maccabi Haifa, we got to give them some credit, man. They have been hanging in these games. They haven't really necessarily been getting blown out by anybody, really. They've been hanging in there. They've been putting some points on the board. We got to give them credit for that. But unfortunately, no W's, 3 losses, 0 points. That'll get you.
That'll do it for our Match Day 3 group rankings. Booty, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
It has been a pleasure. You got any shout-outs?
Shout out to Ted Lasso. What a fucking show. My God. I love it so much. So much. I'm glad I'm watching it now because we're about to start the school season. And I'm going to try and channel my Ted Lasso with this next group and see what we can do.
You need to actually go to one of your games that you're coaching dressed as Ted Lasso.
I have a visor. I think I just need some aviators.
Right.
I think I could pull it off.
Let's do it, baby.
I'm going to do that. I'll take a photo.
My shout out is to the World Cup. About a month away. We are closing in, folks.
We were going to do a World Cup preview, but our 2 guests bailed on us in the last second. And yes, I'm going to say bailed because they did not give us very much time heads up.
We won't mention the names.
Maybe an hour. Hey, can't make it. Oh, gee, thanks. I know they won't listen to the podcast, so I don't have to worry about them hearing this. Matt?
That's right. That's right.
I'm not salty. I promise. I'm not salty. No, I'm a little salty.
I just wanted them to talk, you guys to talk shit, so that would have been great.
I know, man. And Matt's one of my favorite people on the podcast. Gosh.
That's why, Hugh and I were gonna do Friday night, and I was just like, wait a minute, I got an idea. If Matt can do Sunday, we gonna do it Sunday. Oh man, well,
it is what it is. We tried. We tried to get them on. We'll get them on next time.
Yeah, we'll see what they're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Footy Fetish Show. The fetish is real, and the footy is soccer. Peace out, Boy Scouts.
Peace.
Peace out, Boy Scouts.